Today's AskReddit post. Postal workers of Reddit, what do you need right now? How can we brighten your day when we see you on our routes? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Former mail carrier here. Number 1, get a bigger mailbox lol. Water and treats are nice, but a box they don't have to get out of to deliver things is the gift that keeps on giving. Rural carrier. This should be the top answer. I got ice cold water homies. Gimme that big Olay box. As another rural carrier, especially with the influx of new hires, please make your address visible from the street. I promise you when a sub is delivering your route you will get your mail faster if they don't have to turn around 4 times trying to find your house. You can even like stencil it on the curb, or use a homemade sign. Anything helps. Edit. This message also, apparently, signed all first responders, census takers, food delivery drivers, rideshare drivers, and your friend trying to pick you up. Also to everyone replying who's already done this or who are looking into doing it. Truly sincerely a massive thank you from me and all in the above list. It applies for just more than just getting mail pizza delivery. Emergency services. Someone found your lost dog or wallet and is trying to return it directly to you. All things I'd generally prefer to not delay. Not to mention making it easy for your friends to find your damn house when you're waiting for them to pick you up. Also as a former delivery driver, turn your house light on at night if you ordered. Jesus Christ, it's a pain in the ass matching Google Maps house image in the dark. Stop blocking the mailbox when you park on the street. Number 1 pet peeve on any route. This and dogs. My mailman gives my dogs each a treat each time he sees them. My dogs adore him. The man is a genius. He's also buying them himself, so maybe leave a big bag for him with a thank you, because certainly not the only dogs he does that for his safety and out of kindness with. That's a great idea, honestly. Former carrier here. Had one house that always left me a bottle of ice cold water. Highlight of that route. Gonna give my local USPS driver that tomorrow when I see her. Same. And some road candy. You spelled head wrong. What the hell is head candy? My father has been a postal worker for decades. What makes him smile the most is when people just reach out and be nice and friendly. He would always tell us stories about the people who would put a smile on his face. Notes cards go a long way, but also just say hi and ask them how their day is going. I have the world's least friendly mailman at work, but I am unrelentingly friendly to him. Let's see if I can weigh him down and make him smile. Kill him with kindness. Just absolutely murder them. Make him shit his pants with joy. Cold water on a hot day. Being patient with us if there are delays. Somebody actually being home to take the next day 1 PM delivery parcel you ordered. Agree on a safe place for any parcels you get so your postie doesn't have to spend extra time writing out a card. Now my delivery service is shady as hell. 1 PM delivery parcel comes at 3 AM the next day, and then they leave 2 seconds after ringing the bell. Jerome, if you ever see this, it's 3 AM. I'm not awake. 3 AM. If someone rang my door at 3 AM, I'd assume it was police or something. Fuck that shit. The police don't usually ring the bell. They pound on the door like it's a person of color who fits a description. Or just enter without announcing your law enforcement and get surprised when the owner fires a weapon at you because they think someone broke into their apartment. Keep in mind the mail carriers don't have air conditioning in their vehicles. There was one that got baked alive in California last year. The collection drivers don't have AC as well, but they don't hit the residential areas for the most part. Husband delivers mail and he loves just about anything people do. From pictures drawn from kids along the route to thank you letters to cold water and ding dongs. He is appreciative of it all. You mean the snack cakes, right? Yes. Zingers. Ding dongs. And the cupcake ones are what he normally gets from people. Maybe that's what he tells you. But we all know who is actually having the packages delivered. Unzips pants. It's time to thank the mailman. Write your congressperson that it is time for USPS to be a full-fledged public service, not some half-assed experiment of private public. We should be part of the general schedule. Write your congressperson demanding hazard pay for us essential workers. For really important mail and packages, do call your post office. Fight the correct fight. Ice cold bottle of water. Don't ask them if they want it. Just give it to them grinning face with squinting eyes and sweat drop. None of y'all have water bottles that keep cold all day. I don't have room in my LLV for the 10-gallon Gatorade jug. Plus that's a lot of ice to need. Man with light skin tone shrugging. I have a 1-stroke 2-gallon water bottle that cost me $30 and keeps water ice cold all day. It's a bit pricey but super worth it. I'd rather give that to my mail carrier than plastic water bottles. It depends on the route. If it's really hot out and I'm walking all day, I can go through more water than I think sometimes. So an extra ice cold bottle hits the spot. I forwarded this question to a relative that is a postal worker. Here is their response. Put numbers on your damn mailbox house. Send cards, legit letters to people. Tear down your pose lockbox that nothing fits into and get an actual mailbox. Say hello but don't hold me up for a half-hour BC. I don't have time to lose. Buy stamps. If you see the mailman struggling with your giant ass refrigerator box, help. Don't just watch from your porch. And for the love of God, stop asking if it's hot enough for me out here. Delivery guy here. Seconding the house numbers. Get big ass house numbers and put them somewhere I'll look for them. Point lights at them. If you order food at night, turn your heckin' porch light on. IDK how the heck some kids were never told to turn on the porch light when expecting company. Sometimes the porch light is right above the house numbers so you can't see shit. Delivered to a house once where their house numbers were spaced in between 2 floodlights facing the driveway. Like yay chief, I shouldn't have to blind myself to make sure this is the right address. You know it's nice that the USPS is getting some love, but all I ever see Reddit hyping up is mail carriers. Like you know there's so many more people in the post office, right? Grinning face with squinting eyes and sweat drop. Square up, we in the back are important too. Carrier here. Thank you so much for what you do. You guys work the shittiest schedules in the whole service and we appreciate everything you do. We wouldn't have a job if you guys weren't keeping the mail going. You couldn't pay me enough night differential to work 8+ hours on tour 1. Not a postal worker, but I'm good friends with the one on my route. He has helped me through some tough times, just a nice guy to talk to. I often offer him a cold gallon of water or an energy drink. He seems to really enjoy. He is a real down-to-earth guy. Honestly, the postal service has the best people. Since they have to go to so many houses, you can tell that they've seen some shit. They still have the dignity to continue their jobs and they deserve all the love in the world. FedEx driver here. Please stay inside the house when you see me coming up to drop the package off. I really don't want to be around people during the pandemic. Stay inside until I leave. And when I'm walking back to my truck and you decide to open your door and grab your package, a thanks really helps my mood. 95% of the time. The job is a thankless job. I was out in the back a few weeks ago and started walking up front when my FedEx driver was dropping something off. She started walking towards me and I just said, please just put the pack on the ground, we should not get close. I appreciate what she was trying to do and I'm sure Karen would have complained. I actually forgot about it until I read your comment. I love when my customers do that. It surprisingly happens quite a bit. But then there's sometimes if a customer is outside I'll be like, can I just put this right here? And get kind of a sarcastic okay. Some people just take the pandemic less seriously than others. But I love it when customers tell me to just set it down. Thanks. I'm a big Jimmy Johnson fan, the NASCAR driver. Today I opened a box and there was a signed Jimmy Johnson hat with a note saying it was for me. That has brightened my whole week. But water or Gatorade, snacks always appreciated. However, I would recommend writing a note saying it's for the mailman, as a lot of times items are left in a box and we are unsure. One Christmas I totally thought a gift was for me and it wasn't. Grimacing face. You can write a check for $3 billion. I sent one out weeks ago. Ha, must've got lost in the mail. I see what you did there, lol. I put 2 large googly eyes on the front of my mailbox. I like to think that the post people got a smile or 2 out of that. You need to get some extra long eyelashes on it to make it a for mailbox. Fuck, that's a goddamn good idea. I keep water bottles in my freezer every day. About an hour before I know the mail carrier is due to come around, I pop one in the mailbox and put the flag up. It's still, mostly, frozen when the carrier gets there, and if he doesn't need it right then, it will still be cold for a bit. I'll change it up when, if, it cools off. This is a great answer. Everyone kept saying a cold water, but I can't predict when my carrier will be there, so I can't guarantee it'll be cold. This would help a lot. Thank you. Buy stamps. Seriously, it's how they are funded. It can literally save the post office. Not really though. The guy doing the dismantling is also the one who decides what to do with the money. Postmaster General. I'm a carrier and I can tell you the cutest thing I see with the men in my office is the pure joy on their face when they reveal all the drink snacks they were given on their routes. They are so excited to take their treasures home to show the family. They even take pictures and post them on Facebook. As for me, I love being squirted with a hose. A garden hose, that is. Face with big pleading eyes. Red heart suit. We love you. My town has had exceptional service here and our rural route. Lots of people sell indigenous crafts online and we use them for our businesses because they were more reliable and better than apps. I have not go any mail in weeks and rural old people need their meds. I'm sorry this happened, but us your union and fight. Honestly, everybody is better than UPS. FedEx isn't much better. Which honestly makes me wonder why anyone thinks that removing funding for USPS is a good idea. It's comical how much better service they provide than all of the for-profit options. Postal clerk here. Honestly, just support. I have a family of 4 and all this bullshit around the postal service going under has got my anxiety through the roof. I know it's easier said than done, but any chance to support us is awesome. I honestly love my job and I love what I do. I would hate to have to start over. Thanks for supporting us, kind strangers. I have a small business and have relied on the USPS for 20 years. My postal clerks are my favorite people in the world. I will stand in line for 10 minutes just to be able to chatter with them and brighten their day a little bit while they make me and my clients happy. What's happening right now is shit on a shit sandwich and I stand with the USPS. I support you as much as I support my local guys and gals. They've been primo stand-up citizens through COVID and they need us now like we needed them. Hang in there, you're our last line of democracy. Please don't bring up politics. We're legally not supposed to discuss it per the Hatch Act. Till, it's really frustrating having someone go off on you and all you can say is I have nothing to say about that. I'd rather just not have the hassle. Yeah, I can see why it's useful and why it's annoying. They see you, Postal, as the closest thing to the government, so they think that unloading their grievances of their government will make a difference. Last time I checked, you guys don't report straight to the White House what Bill said last week about the insert literally anything situation. Stop parking in front on your mailbox. Stop putting your garbage in front of your mailbox. Maybe put a number on your mailbox, or at least your house, anywhere. Really? Not get pissy at us for things out of our control, which is virtually everything causing your mail to be potentially delayed. Maybe don't come up and start talking, shouting, coughing directly in my face. I don't really need to get sick. I know we're not supposed to, but sometimes someone else parks in front of ours. Our carrier zips by. No mail for the day. Stay inside. Username checks out. I had just got home from riding my bike in SoCal and saw a mailman doing his thing. I put my bike up, ran inside, grabbed a Gatorade, and ran out to hand it to him. He gave me the nod thank you and that was it. For anyone curious, it was Gatorade Zero Orange. If it was lemon lime he would have thanked you profusely. Lemon lime Gatorade is the best flavor and nobody can convince me otherwise. No one wants to. Because they know I am right. Apparently they really like wrestling matches. I saw my postal worker pretending to do pro wrestling with my mom on her bed. Just so you understand that Uncle Mailman and your mom were not fighting. Then why did she say she was coming for him? It's clearly a threat to intimidate him into not fighting her. Flash some titties. Okay, no problem, in fact my man titties are ducking huge. Joke's on you. I'm into that shit. This sounds like a win-win to me. Quid pro bro. When the quarantine was just getting started, a few of my customers left me a note in their mailbox. Just a friendly thanks and reminder that I am appreciated being out there during these hard times, making sure people get their mail and packages. I'd say this small kindness would be much appreciated again with all of this political nonsense interfering with my career. Victory hand with medium light skin tone. I did that. And slipped a $20 bill in their BC. I felt like it was the least I could do. I'm new to the neighborhood, and he wrote back the kindest note welcoming us and introducing us to all of the mailmen who were subbing for the permanent one who was about to retire. It was so nice I saved it. Smiling face with hearts. My mom has worked for USPS since she was 18. She's 64 now. I just asked her, "Hey ma, what do you need right now as a USPS employee?" And she yelled back, "Go out and fucking vote." So that's Kathy's answer. She did say the best thing you can do for careers, she's a clerk, is sanitize your mailbox with a wipe if isn't too much of an ask. The mail carrier touches every single mailbox in their route. Cold bottles of water are also super appreciated. If you text USPS to 50,409 they will send letters to your senators and representative in support of the postal service. It takes less than 1 minute. Done. Good looking out. I wouldn't have heard about it otherwise. Can you explain? What organization sends them? Very interested. I am a carrier. I have a running tic-tac-toe game going with some kids on my route. They have a paper hanging off of box and we just do 1x or O a day. I'm not sure who looks more forward to it, me or them. Former post carrier, not from USA though, but still applies. Saying hello good morning. It's surprising the amount of times I smiled and said good morning to have the other person looking me if I was an alien from another galaxy. It's free and trust me, that alone helps more than you think. My parents and I always offer or leave out a cooler full of ice cold waters and sodas, as well as a basket of snacks for them to take if they'd like. Keep your dog inside. They're hard to work around even if they're friendly. Follow-up question. What can people do if they live in an apartment building? Stomp around and bang on the walls, preferably after 11 PM. Order the loudest vacuum and have it get sent to their downstairs neighbors on accident just to warn what's soon to come. I gave my mail deliverer a surprise by coming to the door naked. Don't know if the real surprise was coming to the door naked or that I knew where the mail person lived. Since my co-workers and I are heroes, we need the public to give us constant blowjobs. That'll show Trump. I asked my aunt who is a postal service worker and she said, simply say thanks for your service, offer a cold water or beverage, and best of all tell them you contacted your legislative reps in support of the post office, and hope they actually did that. LOL. If we receive a lot of parcels from someone, it's nice when they leave snacks on porch with a little sign like thank you mail carrier, help yourself, small bags of chips, candy bars, etc. We love those people and take good care of their parcel. It doesn't take a lot for that person to stand out and we go the extra mile when opportunity arrives. Left double quotation mark. They have full pensions and work for an organization that can disregard its bottom line and just go back to the taxpayers when the money from mismanagement runs out. They have plenty, but I was told Orange Man is murdering them. They can't get through the election but can handle the holiday volume of mail. Okay. Democrats. Jesus Christ, this website has turned into such a giant echo chamber, it's actually quite hilarious to step back and just watch. Holy duckle mayo. Mayo convince me these posts are made by real people. It's all ducking a stratophine year round. It's unbelievable what happened to this site. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.